So Simon, we talked earlier about delivering magazines to properties that are for sale with other estate agents, and building up a relationship with those and trying to help them find somewhere.
Yeah.
And then we did a bit of role play. How did you find that? Was that useful?
Yeah, it's really useful actually. You obviously picked me up on a few things, which was great.
Yeah.
I won't make those mistakes again, hopefully now.
Good.
So yeah, no, it's
Good.
really good to do it over and over and over again until it becomes kind of natural.
Yeah,
So,
and that's the key. You've just got to imagine you're talking to a friend, you know, and you just having a conversation, and you want to help these people, and you're an estate agent. They want to buy a house, they want to sell a house.
Yeah.
You're an estate agent, you can help them.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's what you're there for, and it's a matter of talking to these people because they're not coming into the office. We need to perhaps go to them. But what I want to talk about today is what else we can do to complement what you're doing. And one of the things is we can write to those people. So I think we should be writing to them on a regular basis, so at least every month.
Yeah.
So I would, as soon as a house goes on the market, send them a letter just to introduce yourself. Let them know that you're there and you want to help them find somewhere. And so the first letter could sort of be a quick introduction and say, "No, your house has gone for sale. Good luck with selling your property. Hope it sells. And if you'd like any help finding somewhere, please call me and I can tell me what you're looking for and I'll help you find somewhere." And that's all you need to do, just more of an introduction. And then send a letter maybe after 4 weeks, and then 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 16 weeks, 20 weeks, 24 weeks, every month. But it'll be something different in each letter. So the second letter could be some tips on what to look for when buying a property. We've mentioned this checklist to moving, that could be in one of the letters. But each letter will be slightly different, but it must be personalised. It can't be a general letter that gets sent to everyone.
Yeah.
So I mentioned the 4, 8 and 12 week letters, but also if their circumstances change, send a letter. So if there is a price reduction, send a letter.
Yep.
If they withdraw from the market, we can send a letter, because I find that most people, when they take the house off the market, it's not because they don't want to sell, it's because they've been unable to sell for whatever reason.
Okay.
So it's worth following that up with a
Yep.
letter to say, look, I know it didn't sell, maybe we can help you with the marketing, which will generate more interest. And the other letter was a sale fallen through.
Yep.
Now, if someone's had their sale fall through, they're going to be very motivated. There's nothing worse than you've sold your house subject to contract, it's all going through, at the last minute the buyer pulls out for some reason and you're going to be very motivated to sell. In fact, with that one, I would hand deliver that letter, knock on the door, and obviously the letter will say, "I'm sorry to see your sales fallen through. If you're looking to you need a quick sale, please give me a call, because I might have buyers that could be interested." And often, if they're going to blame someone, and they like to blame someone, they might blame their current agent, and they're looking for someone to blame, and so it could be a good opportunity to write to them and talk to them. But coming back to one of the letters, I mentioned the price reduction letter. I talked about making it personal, and by personal, I mean more about them and their property. So in that instance, it could say something like, "I noticed your property went on the market in June with such and such an estate agent at this price, and then I noticed in July that you dropped the price to this price, and I'm surprised to see it's still for sale." So when they read that, they'll think, this isn't just a general letter. They'll think, well, this person knows when our house went on the market, who it went on the market with, what price it went on the market for, when we reduced it, what we reduced it to. This guy's stalking us, and he's saying he's surprised to see it still for sale. Well, we're surprised to see it still for sale as well, as the owner. And I wouldn't send that letter straight after it's been reduced in price. I'd leave it 2 or 3 weeks. So after 3 or 4 weeks, they'll be going, "Well, yeah, we've reduced. The agents asked us to reduce the price. We've reduced it. We still haven't sold. Maybe we need to do something different. Maybe we should be changing agents." And in that letter, you can talk about some of the things that you can do differently, and some of the things you're happy to pop out and give them a second opinion. But these letters, it's a bit like building that relationship. But in these letters, it should not be about, "Let me sell your house, I can sell it," or anything derogatory about their current agent. It should be, "This is an update on the market. We've got a market update report here. This is what's happening in the market." It should be informative and useful. So tell them what's happening in the market. Factual. This is the number of houses up for sale. This is the number of sold. This is the price increase or decrease. And you will become across as an expert in what's going on in the market, and also gives them some tips on marketing. Pricing the property is important, and I noticed some houses are on at 295,000 or 299,000 instead of being on at 300.
Yeah.
So getting the pricing right, and then maybe you could be some tips on presenting the home, staging the home for sale. Could be in the letter, maybe some before and after photographs. So provide useful information, some tips, some advice. Be helpful, and then what happens is they'll be going, this is some good ideas here, some useful tips, we need to talk to this person. And that will help work in, or complement what you're doing when you're delivering the magazines. So these people are going to be hearing from you on a regular basis. So they're going to get the magazine, then they're going to get a letter, and then in the next video I'll talk about something else you can do which will just, again, complement those two activities.
Yeah, good.
Do you find that useful?
Yeah, really useful.
And importantly, you write the letters are coming from you, hand signed, maybe even put stamps on them, and if you do want to hand deliver them as well, that's another option. But if you get those letters, and I'd pick 100 addresses and just focus on those. Perfect. Get those on a regular basis.
Great.
Right.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.